Good morning. Happy 1 year of candle making to me. I started selling candles on October 1st last year. So here we are 1 year in, and I've got some new scents for you today. First, I've got Pumpkin Caramel Crunch, which last year I had a little bit of and then it sold out and I couldn't get any more, but it was really, really popular. So I am certain this is going to be a bestseller this year as well. It's great for fall. It's like a nice mix of like the pumpkin pie spices, but also you've got like the richness of the caramel in there, so it's a really, really great scent. And the other scent I have for you is Cocoa Ganache, I think I'm saying that right, and Vanilla Truffles. And I'm really excited about this one. I tried this new coloring technique on it last night, and I'm really happy with it. I think it looks like a hot fudge sundae, so that goes really well with what it smells like as well. Let's talk about being a business owner for a year. It's hard in a way that like people don't tell you, people don't want to talk about. You know, there's 100 different hats you have to wear when you're a solopreneur, a sole entrepreneur, and no business class can prepare you for that. I mean, there's coaching and I do get coaching and it helps. But it's still really hard because every business is different and there's no one to tell you what the right way to navigate those growing pains for your business. Like recently specifically, if you've been going out to restaurants and you've noticed they're out of a lot of foods they normally have, or they're using different packaging, that's a result of COVID's impact on the manufacturing industry. Like the cost of my wax since COVID has gone up 25% over the last year. Like the skull jars that I had, I literally can't buy anymore. They're out of stock until the end of December. Like the wicks that I use were back ordered for 2 weeks, and like I didn't even know. They didn't even tell me that they weren't sending them. They gave me a tracking number and sent the box, and there were just no wicks, and they're like, oh yeah, by the way, they're back ordered. You know, to me, that impacts my ability to fulfill orders, and it impacts my ability to keep my customers informed on how long their order's going to take. You know, that's a tough place to be in as a business owner, especially when you've never been in that position before. Just in general, as a business owner, you're serving so many functions at the same time that eventually you have to start delegating things, and more often than not, those things that you end up delegating first are like the simple things that you feel like you should be able to do to take care of yourself as an adult. You know, like cooking and laundry and things like that. And the reason you want to delegate those first is because those aren't money-making tasks, for one, and for two, those are pretty easy to like have someone else do, whereas like, you know, candle making formulas and things like that aren't as easy to teach another person. So it makes sense to delegate those things first when you have too much on your plate. But for me, you know, at least for me personally, there's a level of guilt there, because just, I don't know, as an adult, I feel like I should be able to do everything without help. You know, someone told me that entrepreneurship is the greatest personal development venture that you can take, and it really, truly is like nothing else. You know, I've served in the Air Force, you know, I've been through trauma and challenging situations, but this is a different type of growth, and that is part of why it means so much to me. But to celebrate my year in business, if you're a business owner, if you have any tips, your favorite advice to give other business owners, I would love to hear it. Otherwise, have a great weekend, and I'll talk to you guys soon.